back to another album review. Today's review is on Concrete and Gold from Foo Fighters. This is the ninth studio album from Foo Fighters. Around line that Foo Fighters themselves have described this album as, quote, where hard rock extremes and pop sensibilities collide. It also has a common theme that concerns the future of America from Dave Grohl's point of view. And he even stated that the 2016 U.S. presidential election and the presidency of Donald Trump are major influences for the lyrics of this album. He also went into further detail, saying that there's an overall theme of hope and desperation. It's also why the album focuses on both hard rock and progressive rock. In other words, it's an anti-Trump album. I've already reviewed two anti-Trump albums in this album review series so far. The first was Wolves from Rise Against, and the second was Prophets of Rage's self-titled debut album. So now it's time to review a third. And work on this album started on December. It started in December of 2016 after a 6-month hiatus from music as Dave Grohl was recovering from an injury that he ended up breaking his leg during the Sonic Highways World Tour. So I'm sure that you remember that happened back in 2015. Unfortunately, he was able to perform. He was still able to perform during the rest of the tour. So he also needed time to recover. Production of this album was completed in May of 2017. And I'd also like to add that this is the first Foo Fighters album to feature Rami Jaffee as a permanent member of the band, considering the fact that he's worked with the band in the studio and on stage. The band also ended up bringing in Greg Kurstin to be the producer. Greg has mostly worked with pop artists, but he's also worked with Beck, Devo, Elton John, and Paul McCartney. For this album, he also played piano on Run and Arrows, as well as synthesizer on Dirty Water and Sunday Rain, vibraphone on Arrows and The Line, and as well as the bass synth on The Line. We'll get back to that when we discuss the songs. This album was recorded at East West Studios in Hollywood. This album was released on September 15th, 2017 under RCA Records and Roswell Records. Strangely enough, that was the same day in which NASA's Cassini spacecraft took its plunge into the atmosphere of Saturn, but that's a different story. Sounds like the band decided, hey, let's release this album on the same day and Cassini takes its plunge into Saturn's atmosphere. Well, like I said, that's a different story. Now let's get back to this album. In order to promote this album, Foo Fighters went on what was known as the Concrete and Gold World Tour, which was a tour that lasted from June 16th, 2017 until October 23rd, 2018. You may remember that I got to see them on April 25th, 2018 when they came to Tampa. The problem is we were sitting on the lawn for that concert. If you're at a concert, the lawn is the last place you want to sit because you're sitting really far away and there's an excessive amount of people smoking near you. Anyways, I still enjoyed the concert, and they played for 2.5 hours. Now let's talk about the songs. The album starts with T-Shirt. The song features Taylor Greenwood doing backing vocals. I do enjoy the song. I think it's a great way to start the album. It's also the shortest song on the album. The second song is called Run, which was released as a single on June 1st, 2017. There's also a music video that was released on the same day. It features a band performing as elderly versions of themselves in a nursing home, that just happens to be St. Luke's Hospital in Pasadena, California. And I'm going to post a link to the video in the description. The song also won the Grammy Award for Best Rock Song and was even received a Grammy nomination for Best Rock Performance in 2018. Next song is Make It Right, which in this song really shows how this album touches upon progressive rock. It also features backing vocals from Justin Timberlake. After that is The Sky is a Neighborhood, which was released as a single on August 23rd, 2017. Rather, this was the last song that was written and recorded for this album. Dave Grohl wrote the song after taking inspiration from the night sky in Hawaii. The title comes from the title the song comes from Dave's hobby of stargazing and thinking about Earth's place in the universe. It isn't just hard rock that the song is centered around, because there are also elements of blues rock. The song also has Alison Mosshard doing backing vocals, Rachel Grace and Ginny Luke on violins, Thomas Lee on viola, and King Spacek on cello. The song also received a music video that's actually directed by Dave himself. It features his daughters, Violet and Harper. I'm going to post a link to the video in the description. The next song is La Di Da, which sounds like it's about the bullshit that Donald Trump is constantly spewing 24/7. As a bonus, it features Dave Koz on the saxophone. After that is Dirty Water, which sounds like it's about the contaminated water of Flint, Michigan. The song also has backing vocals from Inara George. That's followed up by Arrows, which I find to be among the best songs on this album. The next song is Happy Ever After, 0 Hour, which features Jesse Green on the violin. Greg Sierpowski also plays the octagon. It's the octagon on this song. After that is Sunday Rain, which is the longest song on this album at 6 minutes and 11 seconds long. It also features Paul McCartney on drums. The next song is The Line, which was released on May 1st, 2018. I read that Dave Grohl explained the meaning of the song is about, quote, search for hope in this day and age where you feel as if you're fighting for your life with every passing moment, and everything is on the line. Jesse Green comes back to play violin on this song as well. The next song is the appropriately titled Concrete and Gold, which obviously shares the same name as the album. The song also features backing vocals from Sean Stockman. From what I read is that reviews for this album were mostly positive. Hell, it even has a 72 on Metacritic. Also, this album debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, making this the second Foo Fighters album to debut at number 1. This album also sold over 120,000 copies in its first week in the US. Personally, I really enjoyed this album. Although it's not the best work from Foo Fighters, it still gets a lot of things right and still enjoyable to listen to. I highly recommend this album. And that's all I have to say on this album. At the time of me making this review, Foo Fighters have already completed their next album. Although the date and title have not been announced yet, I will certainly get a hold of that album and eventually review it. So look out for that. If you like the video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of future uploads. You can also follow me on social media, and there's links in the description. And leave a comment if you like. It's watching, and I'll be back soon with another review.